All right, gentlemen, first of all, just introduce yourselves.
Hello, my name is Vito Gagliardi. I'm the managing partner of Porzio, Bromberg Newman.
And I am Bill Hughes. I'm a principal at Porzio, Bromberg Newman, and then I'm in charge of our operations here in Puerto Rico.
What is Porzio?
Porzio is a law firm based in New Jersey who about 6 years ago made a commitment to establish a presence here in Puerto Rico to provide full service legal services for businesses and individuals in Puerto Rico, and also hopefully to leverage the legal talent in Puerto Rico outside of Puerto Rico.
And what's the event that we are here today? Tell us a little bit about what we're doing here today.
So this is a summit designed to do two things, really. It's to help the business community be aware of Porzio, and it's to help Porzio, at no charge, provide information to the business community on compliance issues, on not so much where the law is, but where it might be going, helping people stay ahead of trends, both political and legislative. So we've done it for the past few years. It has helped us build our relationships. And these relationships are important to us because we're not simply a firm in New Jersey that likes to do business here. We have 4 employees here in San Juan. So we are committed to Puerto Rico and are happy to do this for the community we hope to serve.
Are you managing mostly those Law 60 clients or local clients as well? What can you tell me about what your portfolio?
I'll let Bill talk to that. It's certainly far broader.
We have a broad spectrum of clients. We represent businesses here in Puerto Rico that remain in Puerto Rico. We have represented the Commonwealth itself in seeking a Jones Act waiver. We do represent startup and Act 60 companies, but that is just a small portion of what we do. One of the things that we are doing and we're looking forward to doing is leveraging our talent here to work on cases for clients on the mainland, which we're most excited about.
So those 4 lawyers that you have here in Puerto Rico, they're Puerto Rican or they're based here?
They are Puerto Rican. They're Puerto Rican lawyers.
So tell me a little bit about, you were mentioning the Jones Act. You were working on a case for that? Or
Well, so several years back, and it's one of the cases that brought us to the island. We represented the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico in seeking a Jones Act waiver for one commodity, liquefied natural gas. While we were unsuccessful in obtaining the waiver, I know that we were a success because the maritime industry was so afraid of what we had done on the Commonwealth's behalf that they had the law changed to prevent us from doing it ever again.
Wow. So that's still an ongoing discussion.
So it is an ongoing discussion, and actually we are still keeping the issue alive for Puerto Rico. And believe it or not, we are participating in a conference next month in New Jersey, raising the issue of the Jones Act and its future up at Stockton University.
So you do believe that the Jones Act is not beneficial to the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico?
No.
Why not?
So at this point in time, it serves to only jack up prices to preserve an industry, and that industry needs to work more with the people of Puerto Rico. Do we need a maritime fleet? Probably yes, we do. But we don't need a maritime fleet that acts as an economic garrote on the people of both Puerto Rico and Hawaii and Alaska.
On my way here, I was listening to an interview. They were interviewing somebody that was defending and saying that people here have a misunderstanding that the cargo doesn't have to go through a U.S. port before coming here, and they were defending it.
That is 100% a mistake, because there are plenty of cases where a cargo is dropped off somewhere else and then brought to a U.S. territory where it seemed to be a violation of the Jones Act. And all you have to see is the maritime industry's response to our Jones Act application, which would not have cost one American job and taken $1 away from an American company, and yet they viewed any waiver as a bad waiver. And on top of that, the waiver application was deemed to be in the national security interests of the United States, and would have created an incentive for American companies to create something that we don't have right now, which is a liquefied natural gas carrier. Okay. So the Jones Act. So I think that the Jones Act needs to be modified in its current state. It strangles Puerto Rico economically.
And then you have a lot of clients here, people that are participating that are beneficiaries from Law 60. Why is Law 60 good for Puerto Rico? Or why isn't it? Is it good for Puerto Rico?
So Law 60 is good for Puerto Rico and can be better for Puerto Rico. Number one of the things that I would urge the Puerto Rican legislature to do is consider more Act 60 for Puerto Ricans. That it shouldn't be something just to bring people here. It should be something that incentivizes people in Puerto Rico to create the economic engine that Puerto Rico needs. One of the things
in terms of the capital gains, or in terms of what? Because you can apply the law, right? There are some benefits for locals. Specifically, what do you?
Specifically, in terms of bringing more Puerto Ricans on, hiring more Puerto Ricans and growing those businesses, not just the capital gains. I'm talking about large scale employment for exporting services back into the mainland, back into Europe, into Central and South America. I think that fine tuning Act 60 to make it work for the people of Puerto Rico is paramount. And I think it can play a role in the future of Puerto Rico and in where we're going, where Puerto Rico can ultimately be.
Is it not maybe too technical for the legislature here? That's maybe they don't want to touch it because they find it. Is it because it's too technical? Why hasn't the government done this? Or why?
So you know what? There is a lot of pride in being Puerto Rican, and I get it. What I think is sometimes is doing anything that would be viewed as taking something away from Puerto Rico or from Puerto Ricans. And up until this point, there has been a perception, not all of it deserved, that Act 60 has taken something away from Puerto Rico and Puerto Ricans. And I think that what we need to do is find that common ground and those areas where we can truly benefit, and where the native Puerto Ricans, the people who this law is intended to benefit, actually feel they're part of the process.
Yeah, you were talking about here, we were talking about the IRS auditing, and you guys as lawyers, I guess you have some advice, which is what we were talking about for these people that are coming here, to make sure that you comply with the law.
That's right. That's exactly it. But at the same time, many Puerto Ricans feel that Act 60 is something that is not for them and that passes them by. That has to change. That they have to feel that this is all part of it. And at the same time, the Act 60 community, and many have done successfully integrated in parts of the community and are great members of the Puerto Rican community and part of the Puerto Rican diaspora in the long term. So I think that would be that is a great opportunity.
If you had come to these events for the past few years, while there have been discussions about Act 60 and its potential role in the prosperity of Puerto Rico, the business leaders have been very consistent for the past few years in terms of what they think is necessary to unlock economic potential in Puerto Rico, which was improve the educational system and provide us with reliable power. And that's one of the reasons the Jones Act thing and getting liquefied natural gas here is so important. Those two things, the business community has been telling us, we're here to provide information, but the feedback we get, those two things, the educational system and power, and Puerto Rico should do much better. So hopefully, as you say, some issues are very complicated, those two are very simple, and the business community is crying out to have them addressed.
And if you're Puerto Rican, you know about the power. You don't have to say anything else. And it's paramount that we have that electrical grid, the new electrical grid established, the plan implemented, and that Puerto Ricans, both Act 60 and those that are born, raised, and live here, they deserve nothing less than consistent and affordable power.
Anything else you want people to know about Porzio, about what you're doing here, about the potential of working with you guys?
I think probably the most critical thing is to, as you underscored, the folks that we have working here are Puerto Rican. They were born here, they were raised here, they live here. They have the clout and resources of a much larger firm in the mainland, but our role is to help grow our business here in Puerto Rico with the Puerto Rican team that we have here. So we are very proud to be part of what we hope is a resurgence and a growth for this island, and we would love to see it continue. We expect to be here for the long haul.